Hey, what's going on, Scorpios? Butch here. I didn't forget my name. I was trying to do a little dramatic for you. Gonna do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Scorpios? What's going on for Scorpios, universe? Let me see for Scorpios. All right, Scorpios. So the first thing that I see is this is someone that you already know. You know, this energy coming towards you. And it may be an energy you haven't felt in a little bit, but like I said, I mean, you know this person. And I feel like in the past, this person fought their feelings for you. You know, what I'm seeing here is I feel like this person was fighting a lot of these feelings. You know, I feel like in the past, I feel like they always looked at the negatives instead of the positives. I feel like that caused them so much anxiety. You know, I feel like they couldn't control how they felt about you, and they took that as a bad thing. You know, with you, they couldn't control it. With you, they couldn't, you know, I feel like they've always been in control. And I feel like with you, they lost that control, and they didn't like how it felt. You know, so they made reasons. I feel like this person may have even constructed reasons not to move forward with this. You know, I feel like this person, I mean, they chalked it up to self-preservation, but I feel like it was almost like a cowardly energy. You know what I mean? It's almost like they were afraid of getting hurt. They were afraid of letting someone else in. And I feel like because of that, I feel like they pushed you away. You know, with that five of Pentacles, I feel like there's a lot of hot and cold energy with this person in the past, and I feel like they went cold on you. You know, they may have even ghosted you. And it's because it wasn't because they didn't care. It's because they cared too much. And in their mind, they fought that. You know, I feel like they made a half-assed attempt in the past. I feel like it was very, you know, it was very immature, and they were very immature emotionally. You know, I don't think they were quite ready for what they got when when they met you. They weren't expecting it. And instead of, you know, growing up, being real, they chose to push you away. And I feel like that, you know, that closed off energy, they kept every time you got closer to this person, every time they felt closer to you, they put the walls up. They built another layer of walls with that self-imposed prison with that Eight of Swords. Now, that's all in the past. You know what I mean? Like I said, I feel like they thought they could move on. I feel like they thought they could meet someone that they didn't care about. You know, I feel like that's what they were looking for. I feel like this person never wanted to lose control. They never wanted to be absent of that control. You know, and I feel like they thought that if they just moved on, if they found somebody else, they would forget about you. But the more they realized how wrong they really were, because there's nobody else for this person. And now, them coming back is because they realize how badly they screwed this up. You know, I feel like this person, they've been doing a lot of thinking with that Four of Swords, even overthinking. But I feel like now they're overthinking in a good way. Before they were overthinking in a bad way. You know, they were thinking too much about the negatives. Now they're, like I said, a lot has changed for this person. You know, I feel like this person is now really realizing how badly they screwed up. And I feel like it's caused a lot of big changes in this person. And it's solely because they were exactly where they should have been. They were exactly where they were destined to be, but they couldn't accept it at the time. And now they want to come back. Now they're ready because they've seen things in a different perspective. They realize what, you know, once you have somebody in your life that becomes very important to you, and whether it's self-preservation or whatever it is that held them back in the past, that's over now. You know, they're seeing they screwed up. They're seeing how different it is. I do feel like they tried to meet other people. And every time they met someone else, they kept thinking about how they didn't feel that way. And I feel like in those moments, they grew closer to you. Because they want to feel that way. They were afraid. They pushed you away. They had anxiety. And I feel like it was fear of losing control. A lot of people that have the control issues, I feel like this person may have a little bit of a control issue. But with people like that, it's almost like they feel like if they give control, they're making themselves vulnerable. You know, it's kind of a backwards way of thinking. But like I said, I do feel like this person's gone through a lot of changes. You know, when I said the Six of Swords, big changes. And we also have the Death card, total transformation. I feel like this person, they appreciate you a lot more than they ever did. They want you, and they can't shake that. And I feel like they realized that pretty early on. What took them so long to come back is I feel like it's almost like when you screw up, you don't want to, you try to avoid the person you screwed over. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like it's a big pride swallowing event. You know, you gotta swallow your pride and say, listen, I'm sorry. I was being whatever. I don't deserve a second chance, but I'd love one. And like I said, this person is coming back. And I feel like this person's going to try to earn your trust back. You know, and I feel like with that, it's very genuine. You know, this person's going to want to nurture this connection. They're going to want to earn your trust back. And one of the biggest things that they're going to do to earn your trust is be honest about how they feel, how they felt. I feel like this person's going to show up for you. And they're finally ready to take that leap of faith. Wherever that leap takes them, they're willing to go. And like I said, it's not a half-ass attempt anymore, because I feel like they've been spending a lot of time. That's why they didn't come back to you sooner. They spent a lot of time growing up emotionally. They spent a lot of time thinking about how to come back to you. And I feel like they've been doing a lot of soul searching in that. I feel like the bond that you had with this person, I really don't feel like if it went forward before, I feel like if they gave a little bit before, I feel like it would never been enough because they weren't in the right mindset. They weren't ready to meet someone like you. They weren't ready to give up control. They weren't ready to accept what the universe was offering them. But they're ready to accept it now. We have the Lover's card and we have the two of Cups. They know now that this is where they're meant to be. They know now there's no room for control in a healthy relationship. And they know now, and they've known for a while, that they're never going to find anyone like you. They can't get over you. And they don't want to. Before they thought they could. They had a lot of delusions. But now they just want to be happy. They want to make you happy. We have the Ten of Cups and the Sun card. And like I said, the feelings they had for you before, they didn't go anywhere. They couldn't walk away from this even if they tried. Because they did. They tried to find someone that was easier. Someone that didn't mean anything to them. So it's such a control freak idea. But like I said, this person's coming back with that Lover's card. Very deep bond that you have with this person. I feel like it's only going to grow. And I feel like you never really seen it before because they never gave it a chance for you to see it. You got the King of Cups. So very, I feel like they've come a long way. And there's a lot of emotional maturity in this person now. They're ready to love and be loved. Now with this person, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have some Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. It would surprise the shit out of you how many people are like this. And from my experience, it's a lot of men. Not all men. So you women out there, don't be throwing the blame just to the men, because there's women like that too. But in my general experience, I'd say about 70% were men that thought that way. That they were afraid of giving up control because they're afraid it's going to make them vulnerable. And a lot of people, the worst thing they could possibly do is be vulnerable. A good buddy of mine, he was dating this girl for years. He was faithful to her, but he wasn't emotionally connected to her. And he used to tell me that all the time. I'm like, how can you be with someone? He goes, well, I enjoy being with her. We have fun together. We're very like-minded, but I particularly chose her because I don't have that emotional attachment where it would leave me in a position where I could get hurt. And he said, I've been with her, but, I don't love her. And I'm like, do you care for her? And he said, yeah, I care for her. I said, well, caring for someone isn't trapping them in a relationship that you don't even want, that you don't have any love for them. Like, she should be in a place where she could find love for herself. If you cared about her, you'd want her to be happy. And he's like, well, I'm good to her. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't love her. And you chose her particularly because you don't. And it blew my mind to think about it. And after that, I started really getting into situations with people and having long conversations with people about that sort of thing. And I found out there's a lot more people than you think are in that situation. They pick certain people to be with that if that person ever left them, that person ever cheated on them, or that person ever did them wrong, they could walk away and never feel a thing. And it's such an empty way to live your life. And not only that, but it's unfair to the other person. If you have no, if you don't, if you're intentionally being with someone that you know you'll never love, then you're stopping them from finding the love that they deserve. It's such a backwards way of thinking, but like I said, for all you women out there, don't get too man hating. It is toxic masculinity energy, but there's a few toxic feminine energy out there as well. There's women out there that get with guys that they can control, and I've seen that too. Guys do it too. That's the thing with life, is so many people think that we're so different, but we're really not. Men and women aren't that different. We act and react in different ways, yes. We think of things differently sometimes, yes. But at the end of the day, we all want love. At the end of the day, we want someone to love us as much as we love them. And you're never going to find that playing games with people, using people. Like a friend of mine that I went to school with, this girl, every time she got a boyfriend, the guy had money. Even now, I see her, her new boyfriend's got money. And she's the biggest flirt with every guy. She's always out of the bar. She's always out shopping. And I remember I called her out on one time. I said, don't you want to be loved? Don't you want to be with someone that truly loves you and that you love? And she said, no, I'd rather be taken care of. And it was sad. It made me sad. She's like, love doesn't exist. I'm like, it does. But you're never going to find it where you're looking. You're looking for someone to take care of you financially. But one day, when your looks go, you're gonna wish that you met someone that emotionally took care of you. You're gonna wish that you had someone that, God forbid, you get sick, someone to take care of you. That's the thing, man. That's what a lot of people don't understand about love. Love is important. She's picking guys that have lots of money. They're picking her because she's really good looking. She dresses well. She looks good. She takes care of herself. She goes to the gym all the time. And that's fine. But it's very empty. And one day, she might not have so many people looking to financially take care of her when she's not offering anything back. Love is a partnership, and you both should be bringing the same to the table. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.